Hey, it's Hannah and Rachel here, and we want to tell you about our recent trip to the beach, which was pretty fantastic, wasn't it?
Brilliant, absolutely amazing.
Really wonderful.
Yeah.
And it was quite a big milestone for both of us for different reasons. For me, it really was the culmination of all the work that I put in with my horses, who are not so young these days. They're still kind of young, but they've learned everything through connection training, and it really put all those pieces together.
Yeah, and for me it was all about my confidence, so that I would feel confident riding on the beach. It's been a dream of mine all my life to canter on the beach calmly and relaxed, and this was the great chance to do it.
So yeah, I mean the dream was to canter on the beach, and that was, you know, fantastic, and we did get there, but for me it was more than that. It's about the whole package. And so the first thing you got to do to be able to canter on the beach is get your horse there. And so when you talk about loading and travelling, for me it's really important that that stage is something that the horse is really comfortable with. And most people kind of focus on getting the horse in, but there's so much more than that. They've got to be able to be calm to go in, to be closed in, to travel, and to unload calmly as well. And you know, I've put the time and the work in to make sure that my horses and Heather really find the horse box and the trailer a good place to be, that they're really relaxed. And you know, you could see when we got there that, you know, they were totally chilled, happy to stand eating their hay while we got some food, and then when they unloaded they were really relaxed as well. And that's the starting point for having a really good experience, that your horse has not been put over threshold just by the travelling, that's a really good thing. So that was pretty awesome with all three of them, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. And
then from there, the next piece is what I call the destination experience. And like, there's no good teaching your horse to be calm and relaxed travelling and then to take them to a show where you get anxious and there's too many things going on and your horse is over threshold, because that's going to take the whole travelling experience. And so taking the time to build that up slowly, so your horse learns that new places are going to be fun, that you're going to stay relaxed, and that's a kind of mixture of the travelling and the de-spooking work, and building that up progressively. And especially for Freckles in India, I've done a lot of that over the years, and it paid off, because they just came off like, oh, we're somewhere new and in such a different environment. They'd never been in somewhere that open before. They came unloaded, totally relaxed. They were eating, they were paying attention, we took them onto the beach and they were just totally... There
were kites flying, dogs running around.
Yeah.
There was a lot going on.
Kids, there was a visitor centre, there was a lot. Yeah, they were just like, oh, this is good, we've got a good experience with that. And they were basically ready to go for me and my friend Nina, who was riding India. Yeah,
but Heather is greener, she's much greener, and for her it was very much like, oh my god, where have you taken me to? And we came down that path and she saw the sea, she just stopped. So with her I had to spend a lot of time on the ground, just helping her relax and helping her get used to this new environment. Now she had the other two horses there who gave her a great emotional lead, because they were so relaxed. But the biggest thing for anybody's confidence is the connection with your horse, and you need your horse to be relaxed and you need you to be relaxed, and you've got to be meeting at that relaxed place. So while you two were able to kind of go near the sea and explore a bit
and get on straight away,
with Heather I had to take more time on the ground, and I needed that for my confidence.
And I think that kept both of you in your comfort zones.
It did, yeah.
Didn't it? And there's no point, you know, you might be confident, but if your horse is more anxious with you in the saddle than on the ground, you've got to respect that and go at their pace. Or your horse might be fine and you might be anxious, and you've got to respect that as well, and take the time. So it was really just building that connection with Heather on the ground, where it's strongest, where both of you were most confident, and starting to create really positive emotional associations and experiences with the beach in general. Yeah, so we really let them play quite a lot, didn't we?
Well, yeah, because I had Heather on the ground, and I was just helping her, to just making sure we felt connected, and which was great. And you guys were riding, and then we stopped and I played with putting the saddle on and taking it off, and we were able to let them have a lovely roll, and that showed that they were
nice
really quite relaxed.
All three of them were just loving the roll.
Yeah, I think India went down first, and it took a while for Heather, and I thought, oh, she's just on the edge. And then we played going down to the sea, and I realised that this was a place I could let her go at liberty, and that was fantastic. So I was able to help her, reassure her, but let her explore it on her own terms, which is the best thing for confidence that you can.
Yeah, and I think she really enjoyed it, and it made a big difference.
It did, it was great. Yeah.
So we left that first day with everyone having stayed pretty calm and relaxed, very calm and relaxed and connected. And so when we came back the next day, Heather was also ready for you to ride, wasn't
Yes, the next day Heather and I were both very relaxed about it. So tack on, and very quickly I got on and felt, the amazing thing to me was how relaxed I felt. And this is because I had done the work with her. She responded to my breath and to my body cues on the ground, in the saddle at home, and it just transferred straight away to being on the beach, and it was lovely.
And there were these wonderful like wave breakers that we could use as mounting blocks. That's one of the things we always test, isn't it?
We do a lot on the mounting
block. Do they line
block.
up and stand for us to get on, and if they don't, we don't ride.
Yeah, and so I was able to test that a couple of times, and and it felt absolutely fantastic when I got on. She was a bit joggy, but it didn't feel disconnected. It just felt like that was her excitement. She wanted to run, but I could ask her to stop
and use some of the balancing, the collection work that you've been doing in the arena to help her rebalance. And calm
relax,
down, which is really good. And that balancing stuff was really important for Freckles and India as well. Not so much at the beach, but their history of it. And it's really important to me that they know how to carry themselves soundly with a rider, and how they've got control of their own balance. And especially as they were learning to canter, when they were young, it was really important to bring that balance in, to teach them how to canter calmly and relaxed. And they have been calm, relaxed and balanced from their first ever ridden canter, which was a really interesting experience. You can see it on the Riding with Connection course, but that meant that when we went to canter, they were all already prepared phically and emotionally.
But it was interesting because when we asked for the first canter, it was so funny because I sort of had a slight and then I thought, no, come on, we can do this. And of course that's a bit of bravado, that's not pure confidence. And I didn't get a canter, I got a very, very fast Highland pony trot. And I think that was because half of me was saying canter and half of me was saying, no, don't canter. And but what I loved about it was I did stay connected through that very bouncy trot, and so did Heather. I knew I could stop her, but I didn't want to because I wanted to try. And I lost my stirrup and lost my balance a little bit. But because of this ability now to connect through the breath and the body and the training, I was able just to laugh and relax. So we came back down to a walk, and then you said, should we try again? And that time I just thought, let go of that handbrake and let's go. And I was committed, and we just went on this wonderful canter, and it was all collected and lovely, and she was listening to me, and it was amazing.
We had lots of wonderful canters. We didn't want to stop, which
not
was
at
really
all,
fantastic.
not at all.
Yeah. So they were happy to canter calmly, they were happy to walk gently, they were happy to stay with us at liberty, to explore the sea, to roll in the sand dunes, to stand at the box eating a hay net. Like, it was really...
And I was happy to do all that too. And that's, so we do look at both sides of the dyad really. The horse is relaxed and confident and wants to connect with you, and you're relaxed and confident and know how to connect with a horse. And so it was
that partnership.
Brilliant.
It was really awesome. Go again soon.
Absolutely, can't wait.